What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Keep It Real. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Now, I'm deviating from my normal type of content, and I'm going to be talking about somebody. That somebody is Colleen Ballinger. Now, if you didn't know about that old drama, basically she was a pedo. If not, she is now. And JoJo Siwa recently was in an interview defending this chick. So, low tolerance. I have low tolerance for child predators. I do. I really can't stand the thought of somebody just taking advantage, especially at this caliber when you got literal children looking up to you. And then those same people that are looking up to you, you take advantage of them because they are so in love with that fake personification of yourself. Let's be honest. Colleen is somebody entirely different than her internet presence. What we see is not her. We see what she does to get views. Now, I just want to talk about this video because I couldn't believe myself when I saw that JoJo, out of all people, a child, basically superstar, grew up with a ton of kids of this generation, is now defending a child predator. Let's see. Let's see what she's talking about.
Speaking of friends, are you and if I'm wrong, are you friends with Colleen Ballinger still?
Yeah,
What do you say about that?
I've known Colleen for since I was 12.
Oh goodness, we gonna have to kick it off right there. Did you guys hear that? How you gonna start defending somebody and say we met when we were 12? Doesn't that kind of just solidify the fact that she was out here trying to get minors? You know what I'm saying? I get people can have adult friends, but come on now. Come on.
So for those that don't know, Colleen is in the middle of a kind of a...
It's tough. It's a...
Colleen, what was the name of the character?
Miranda Sings.
Miranda Sings. My other daughter, went to all the concerts and everything, and she's getting accused of things.
Yes.
Which we don't have to talk about that she's accused of, but I would imagine if you're friends with her, you kind of met her when you were young.
I was 12 when I met her.
And
she's always been nothing but kind to me. Her family, nothing but kind to me. I think it's the first time that I've talked about this, so I just want to make sure I say my exact piece that I want to say. The internet...
You know what? I'm going to cut her off. Did JoJo ever think that the possibility of Colleen, Miranda being nice was because she was just as famous? If, for example, a famous person is more likely to abuse somebody who is not known in the community just because, example, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. If abuse is present between two superstars, it typically leads to a humongous legal battle. However, if it is abuse between fans are typically going to brush it under the rug. If it's another celebrity, you have the money to take them to court. You have the money and the presence online to completely destroy somebody's career. So, JoJo, maybe think about the fact that maybe she was nice to you and her family was nice to you because you were famous and not because she wanted to be your friend.
Can take a lie and run so far with it, so far that it's...
Hold up. Did I hear her straight? Let's go back.
Just can't do anything about it. And I've had that happen. Can't do anything about it. And I've had that happen to me.
No. What did she just say?
To the point where you just can't do anything about it. And I've had that happen to me. And I know Colleen very, very, very well.
Do you?
And I think the work that Colleen has done for the internet is incredible. I think her creativity is incredible. Miranda Sings is a character, is a comedian. And I think that it's very...
Okay, I couldn't find that part, and I'm not going to keep going back to it. But she said the people run away with lies. Physical evidence and people saying that they were... what is that word when they are brought into... They are groomed, baby. When people blatantly say multiple people are saying we got groomed, we got sent explicit things, we got talked to in explicit ways and inappropriate ways while we were underage, that is not a lie. There's blatant evidence of her doing this, and that is exactly why she sung in her video and didn't take it seriously. She does not care, because she knows at the end of the day, people in the same type of celebrity space are just going to come to her rescue, are going to say things like JoJo, where they're trying to basically say, oh, this was a lie, this was just fabricated, she's a great person, who cares? At most people that abuse people are people close to you. Your parents are more likely to abuse you than anybody else in the world. Just because you meet somebody and they got a smile on their face does not indicate that they are amazing or as amazing as they seem to be. Maybe do a little bit more digging. JoJo, it's already been outed. You don't even have to do the digging.
Very hard to be a character where people are also looking at you as you're a real human behind that character. And I think being a comedian is very hard because you were able to do things years ago that were okay. And now that we've grown and we've matured, we've realized that they're not okay. You know what I mean?
But you, as somebody who's been in the public eye for a long time,
Yes.
do you think that it is appropriate to communicate openly with everybody that reaches out to you?
No, I don't think that communicating with fans is,
Say it.
you got to be careful to not
And that's what I'm saying.
to
Like,
not blur a friend-fan line. It's very tough.
Okay, so she goes on to say, JoJo's out here saying that she's a comedian, which she's really, I don't really find her funny at all. If you find her funny, that's fine, but I never seen her as a comedian. I've seen her more as an internet personality, just like Nikocado Avocado. Like, he's not even funny. He just does some really dumb stuff that is sometimes funny. You know what I'm saying? Comedian is like George Lopez. But nonetheless, she continues on to say that you have to draw a fan to friend line when you're famous. And then she goes on to say that they have evolved, which I completely understand. But being a predator has never been okay. That is not a joke. You don't just send panties and then you're like, that was kind of funny. I'm a comedian now. Get bricked up. Like, what? Who just walks around like that? You are dangerous.
Here's my question to you. Regardless of judging whatever specifically is being said that was happening, and I'm just saying this as a parent again. You said you started communicating with her when you were 12.
Yes.
Is it, you want to be a
But you
parent?
guys were in the same industry.
So we were
too.
in the
like,
same-
You guys were making videos and stuff together.
So
right?
we actually met because on Dance Moms, do you know Tadra Hall?
Yes.
So on Dance Moms, Tadra Hall had a party and invited the Dance Moms cast, and 4 of the girls went, and they discluded myself and Nia, who is another girl on the show. And we all knew Tadrick, so we were fine with that. But then Colleen, as Miranda, surprised the girls. And me and Nia were devastated because we were massive fans, and we loved Colleen and we loved Miranda. And then when the episode came out, Colleen saw how upset me and Nia were. And she reached out to Holly and was like, I would love to like make this up to you guys. She was like, I was wondering where JoJo and Nia were. Like, I had no idea that this was the case. Like, please, like, whatever you guys want. Like, I just want to make the kids happy. Like, I just want JoJo and Nia to not be sad anymore. And so we ended up going to dinner with Colleen, and it was me and my mom and Nia and Holly. And Colleen was telling me that night about YouTube and how her whole family did it and how it was awesome, and she vlogs her life. And that night is when I went home and I made my YouTube channel and decided that that was going to be my career, essentially.
So right here JoJo, come on now. You're like in delusional paradise. You're going back in time and reminiscing. And reminiscing is not a player in a legal battle. You have been caught red-handed, Colleen. You have been caught as a predator. Just take a look at her story. We were at a party, all of us underage, and she wanted to surprise us. And then she saw how mad we were, so she invited us to dinner? You guys were old enough to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Sweat a little bit, jeez. What are you talking about? Go out to dinner. What she take you to a 5-star restaurant, buy you a steak and some wine, tell you to come home with her? Like, come on. I understand that people want to make it up to their fans, but again, they keep saying, "Oh, we were in the same celebrity. We were posting videos. We were making the same type of content." Bada bada yada. I don't even want to go back to what was going on with Nickelodeon with that guy with the feet. But the celebrity whole community with the adults is just completely predatory. These people are grooming. You don't think that when JoJo hit, this 18-year-old, she didn't at least think of her like that? You couldn't honestly tell me that she didn't. Because she's like that.
And
that's a wonderful, sweet, appropriate story.
yes.
How is it for you now being her friend and reading some of what we read? Do you think it's all a lie? Do you think it's like, have you talked to her?
There have been a lot of people on the internet who have gotten hit with this cancellation. And a lot of them I know. Some of them I don't know. And
Ain't nobody that's not a predator get hit with predator. Okay? They're maybe they get hit with a cancellation because they said some like raunchy stuff. Maybe they said something way out of pocket, but they ain't nobody just getting hit with predator. Hey, that's a predator. They sent panties. I got evidence. And then the person admits to it and says, I was being stupid. Nobody is, this is not a frequent thing. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. She's trying to make it seem like it's a regular thing. It's not. And if it's a regular thing, it shouldn't be happening, period.
look at it and I see that this is a sensitive subject. Somebody who is affected by any sort of anything having to do with adults, and I mean,
Stutter.
for real grooming it's a very sensitive thing.
You must have really young.
She can't even find the words because she's describing what Colleen did. She just said, oh, people feel trauma because they're really groomed. Dude, she really groomed.
Young people reaching out to you now.
I mean, I do, and it's funny. Like, I realized when I hit 18, I was like, oh, this is different now. Like, cause
Right.
you know, you're young and you're dumb, and I was like, I need to be very careful about this.
Like, I know, like, her daughter's 9.
Yeah.
If she could right now, and she
Write
watches
to you and talk to you. Like,
all
she
that,
would.
she would,
She
and,
would,
and
yeah.
she would love to be your friend
Yeah.
and love to be online.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to reach out to your fans and be like, hey,
Yeah.
and give that back to them since they're such big fans of you.
The difference with Colleen and I is we were, once I became her friend and she became my friend, and she became somebody that I looked up to. She became somebody that I idolized. She became somebody that I
Idolized, baby. She said it right there. She's saying it herself.
was like, wow, this person is a hard worker. She's a genius. She's a very strong YouTuber. And I idolized that, you know? And so throughout our friendship, we've probably filmed 100 videos together. And she's cool, you know? And
She's cool.
I think
She cool
the
like
problem
that.
is the
Cool like
internet was able to capitalize off of her cancellation, and they still
Nobody is capitalizing off her cancellation. Everybody's capitalizing on the fact that it's true. Why not talk about it? Why not spread the awareness that somebody that kids are watching is an absolute predator? Now, JoJo, you might be affected. You might be affected. You might be in the matrix of Colleen. Now, I'm not going that crazy, but studies and research is going to show you that if somebody is very closely related to somebody, even if they experience predatory or even abuse of a nature, the children at that age will kind of mute it until they become adults. And then for some reason, they have weird tendencies with emotions, weird interactions. They get addicted to things. These are things that are normal. By saying that oh, we were friends, we were partners. That doesn't mean that JoJo never experienced abuse from Colleen. She hasn't explicitly said she hasn't. As you notice, she never said that she's never done anything of the sort with her. She just said she's a good person, her family's been nice. Okay, that's what a lot of abuse victims say prior to having a backing to come out and talk to people. People have to build up the confidence to talk about what they need to talk about. And I know, again, that this video is not normal on my channel. It's not something that I talk about, but I felt like talking about it today because this is absurd. When celebrities come to the defense of people, it should not be to protect somebody who is blatantly horrible. Like what happened with Ashton Kutcher and Mila. Like, how do you guys protect somebody because you love them so much that blatantly did something wrong? If your best friend comes out there and he tells you that he raped a girl, sorry for the explicit language, that he sexually abused somebody, would you just sit there and be like, that's my dog, that's my boy? No, you would feel some type of way, and you might not vocalize that. You might have to talk to the right person who then goes and says something. Because sometimes it comes as a shocker to find out that somebody you're closely related to is a monster. With all that being said, I want you guys to keep your eyes out because this is all over the place. Remember, leave a like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content. Keep it real out.